5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the 90s Baby Tapes. This is season 2, episode 2. If you're new here, thank you for joining. If you're not new here and you've been following my journey, I appreciate you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Today, we are going to talk about something that I haven't really shared in depth, but I think it's time. I'm ready. I've outgrown alcohol. Yes, something that's normalized. Maybe to you is not like a big deal, but to me it's a big deal. And if you would have told me 2 years ago that I was going to quit drinking, I would have laughed at your face, gotten a drink, but like, yeah, right. Because I was using it as a coping mechanism to relax and unwind. But it got to a point where like, hey, I think this is becoming a problem. So in this episode, I want to talk about how I started drinking, why I quit, and some benefits that I've seen by being sober. But let me be clear, I am not here to tell you stop drinking. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. I'm just sharing my story, and I felt like it would be a cool podcast to record. Okay, so don't feel pressure. Don't think here she comes trying to tell me what to do. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But I do know some people are trying to quit, and maybe this video can help. And I know how normalized alcohol is. You go to the grocery store, there's alcohol. You go to the liquor store, there's alcohol. You go to the movie theaters, there's alcohol. You're watching a movie. People are drinking, having a drink, having fun, having the time of their life. So they make it seem like, alcohol is fun. But they don't really talk about the hangovers. But honestly, that's why I couldn't wait to drink when I was like 17, 18. Like, I would look up at the bar and say, wow, they look so cool drinking there. Excluded from all the population, just there, being able to sit there because you're 21. I just couldn't wait because of how cool the movies made it seem. Can you relate that? Like the excitement to finally able to drink? Legally, because I'm pretty sure a lot of my friends, maybe me too, will drink even before the age of 21. I mean, I had a baby at 15. And my problem about drinking was that I wouldn't have 1 or 2 drinks. Sometimes you get a drink just to enjoy it. But no, I would drink to get buzzed and loosen up. Because that's the only way I was able to be fun and loosen up. I feel like I'm a very uptight person. Like, I'm a very shy person. So alcohol helps me being social.
Oh, boy! Yes!
And I talk a lot when I'm drinking alcohol. Especially as a mom. I feel like as a mom, I'm a very uptight person because you're on a 24-hour duty and you don't really get a break. You have tantrums back and forth between different childs. I have 4 kids, so they take turns. And alcohol was a way for me to relax and unwind and release that stress. But once I started drinking 3 to 4 times a week, I was like, I don't think this is healthy. So that's when I'm like, red flag right there. And I started observing myself. Every Monday, I'll tell my girls, okay, that's it. Today is the day. I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. They would just look at me and like, sure, mom, whatever. You keep saying that same thing every Monday. It's kind of like the diet. I'm always on the diet, guys. Every Monday, I'm going to start a new diet and I keep gaining weight. So I'm very proud for actually quitting alcohol. Like, it's amazing because, like I said, they normalized it. You go out with your friends, they're drinking, and to be able to say, no, thank you, it's a great accomplishment. A few things of why I stopped drinking alcohol is because of the hang anxiety. I think that's how you pronounce it. I didn't know that word until one of my girlfriends told me like, oh, what you're talking about is anxiety. So I'm the type of person that gets very jolly when she has a drink. And sometimes I notice that I would talk out of my butt. And the next day, I couldn't remember what I would say. And I'm like, did I say too much? Like, what if she felt bad because I said that? Like, I'm not a mean person or anything, but I like to be honest. And sometimes I feel like I was just talking too much. Sometimes I will forget what happened during the day. I will wake up, I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What did I do? Did I make a fool out of myself? You know, sometimes I'll make a fool out of myself. I'm pretty sure one of you guys have dealt with that too. And I just didn't like that feeling of like being in my head. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped drinking alcohol. Second, I'm only getting older. I am 34 and my body start feeling it. And then, of course, hangovers. OMG. I would legit get horrible headaches. I would stay in bed for at least a day, laying in bed, rotting in bed. I couldn't be a mom. My husband had to take over. There's nothing wrong with your husband taking over because you guys are partners and they need to help whenever you're not feeling well. But my feeling well was a choice. You see, I had a choice to not drink and not feel like that. But I kept making the same decision to drink and then feeling like shit. So it got to a point where my body was just like, you're not 20 anymore, homegirl. You're 30. Like, you gotta stop. So that's when I'm like, okay, you need to do something about it. And that's how I ended up quitting. So I quit. It's been a year and a half, a little past more a year and a half, and I just honestly cannot believe it because my favorite drinks to go to when I would go to a restaurant was micheladas, Long Island, Asian pear martini. Hold on, I need to sneeze. Thank you. But instead of choosing those drinks, I've chosen me. So now let's get to life after drinking. Yes, boring Myra, if you want to call me boring, but I feel good. And let me be honest, being sober around people who were drinking made me feel boring and self-conscious. Because they will laugh and I'm like, that's not funny. Like, really, you're laughing at that? But they were having a good time and it made me feel boring. Like, what is wrong with you? It made me want to go grab a drink. But I had to learn to accept myself the way I am without drinking and bring out that Myra outside alcohol. And little by little, I started noticing the difference. I had no hangovers. My weekends were great. I would wake up early. I didn't have to like be rotting in bed. I had better mornings and no beating myself up of whatever I said, no regrets, and no back pain, no pelvic pain. Wow, right? Unbelievable. Like, I should have done that a long time ago. But, you know, it's part of the process. It's part of being an adult. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it is normalized. People drink all the time. And I wish I could say that mental clarity has been one of the top ones, because whenever you look at videos of how to sober up and quit drinking, they're like, oh, mental clarity. My thought process is so clear. But honestly, to me, I haven't seen that. I don't know if it's because I'm a mother and I have a million of things in back of my brain, my head, and because I'm ashamed to say this, but sometimes I do doom scroll. And I think that's killing my brain cells. I need to stop. That's the next one. That's another video that hopefully we're able to make. Anyways, I also wish that I could say that I've lost weight by not drinking, because alcohol could make you gain a tons of weight, especially because I was the type of drinker that will get hungry and I will get chips, tacos, hamburgers, Jack in the Box. That was my go-to meal after having a fun night drinking. So, you start gaining weight. I wish I could say that I've dropped so many pounds, but I haven't because I don't know, my body's just, as you get older, it's harder, and I do love food, but I know that that's one of the benefits. So, if you're thinking of quitting, weight loss and mental clarity are one of the top advantages that you will get by quitting alcohol. I haven't seen it yet, but just to let you know. But here's the biggest shift I've seen. I'm able to be myself without alcohol, and that's building confidence. Yeah, sometimes I do feel a little bit out of place, but I am learning to accept who I am, and I think that's important because I honestly know of a lot of people that, you need alcohol to loosen up, and now I'm learning not to drink alcohol to be myself. And if you are surrounded by people that drink alcohol, I have some tips for you. Social pressure is real. If you have a bunch of friends drinking alcohol, just one. Sorry, and I have to drink. Just one. Nothing's gonna happen, Don't be a party pooper. Don't be boring. Come on, all of us are drinking. So that can make you feel like, okay, and then the environment is so fun, music, blah, blah, blah. I wanna dance, I wanna get freaky, blah, blah, blah. And you end up drinking alcohol. I have a tip for you. Trick your friends into that you're drinking alcohol. Get a drink from the bar and tell them no alcohol. Virgin drink. Virgin drink? Yeah, get a virgin drink. Or get one of those cans of soda and pretend, yeah, cheers. Or now they have beer with no alcohol. Maybe that can help take out the pressure. Like, yeah, look, I am drinking, And remind yourself that you are not boring. Being present is powerful. Remembering the night, waking up good, that's something worth celebrating. And lastly, if you are in this journey, take it one day at a time. Don't say, I'll never drink again, because maybe you will. Just focus on today and do the best you can. And if you have a drink, it's okay. It's a process. Don't feel bad about it. So yeah, that's my story. I've been sober for almost a year and a half, a little bit more. And I don't know if I'll be sober forever, but right now that's what's best for me. I am enjoying it. And if you've been thinking about quitting alcohol, I hope this helped. And if not, I'm glad that you're here and that you sticked around. With all outgrown things, and alcohol for me is one of them. I would like to ask you, what's one thing that you've outgrown? Leave a comment below. Interact with this. Have fun. I would love to hear from you. And have you ever thought about quitting drinking or even just slowing down? Let me know. Anyways, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I can't wait for the next episode. I'll be dropping an episode every Friday. Thank you for supporting me. Until next time.